Warmind is another one of Destiny 2's DLCs that it just kind of gave us. Now, there's this DLC, it's good, but it's not great. It's not enough. So today we're going to be talking about Destiny 2's new expansion of Warmind, and what it does right, what it does wrong, and what still needs to be improved on to fix Destiny in general. Now, Bungie, at the start of Destiny 2's creation, they had everything in their hands. From the end of Destiny 1 and the Age of Triumph, this Destiny 2, it was going to be the perfect game. It was going to be the game that gathers up all the experiences and mistakes and what we learned from Destiny 1, and it's supposed to make this perfect game. Before a year it was going to launch, the game got completely rehauled, and they didn't have that much time to finish this game. And now that I look at it, if they had less than a year to pump out whatever they have now with Destiny 2, this is a damn impressive game that they pumped out. But it's not good enough, because they definitely should have spent more time on creating and polishing this game. Aside from Destiny itself, now let's talk about Warmind, the new expansion. Now, Warmind's story is revolved around these characters that are legends to us, specifically Anna Bray and Rasputin. These two are some of the biggest characters in the lore. And there is also Zol and Nokris, but we just recently got interested in them, and they still play pretty big roles. So now these four major characters, they shoved them into the story, and honestly, it's just, they wasted a lot of opportunities. The story was really, really short, and they really should have spent more time on the story to make the story feel more fleshed out. Kind of like the Taken King, or maybe vanilla Destiny 2 story. And for me, even though a lot of people didn't like Osiris, the Curse of Osiris, I really enjoyed that story, and this one just didn't really hit home there. Now, the story, Anna Bray, very brief. This is one of the hunter legends, and she didn't get that much credit. She really just became a disposable vendor now, and I really hope we get more from her in the future. Rasputin, we still don't know much about him. There is still potential for Bungie to use Rasputin. So I wouldn't say that's completely a wasted character, but in this situation right here, he isn't developed to his fullest. We still really don't know where he is, what he is, other than he's on Mars. Nokris, that's just a completely disposable strike boss, and honestly, that's such a wasted opportunity. Nokris is Crota's brother. And also, the last will of the thousands, Zol is a worm god, one of the most powerful creatures, and he's just killed with fire sticks. Honestly, I feel like that's a completely wasted opportunity. And the story doesn't really end like it makes you feel like it's ended. It ends incomplete. And I just overall, the story, it's not very good for this. And let's talk about the grind, and specifically what they've done with all the changes that they added. For example, the Nightfall scoring system, I enjoy that, and the Nightfall specific loot, that is really good. That's a step to a better game. There's also the normal heroic strike modifiers, and they make the strikes hard, and that's really fun. But the only problem with that is that the rewards that drop from the strikes are so underwhelming. They're not even matched to the light level that how difficult it is. So I think that Bungie needs to make strikes heroic strikes specifically, feel more rewarding. Mars is cool. It's a really cool terrain, and it's bigger than Mercury, which automatically makes it more explorable for people. It's overall, I see Mars is pretty nicely designed, and I like how all that architecture looks. But I wouldn't say I like it more than how the future and the past looked in the Infinite Forest. And I really feel like the future and the past in the Infinite Forest could have been developed more, because that was such a grand set piece, and that's one of the main reasons I really like Curse of Osiris. It's because it was so visually pleasing. But again, we have a recycled enemy type, the Hive, the Frozen Hive, and then we have Escalation Protocol, which I think the Escalation Protocol is pretty cool. it's really hard, and it takes a lot of time to gather so much people to do it. But the rewards are special. The gear that is granted from it is special, and I think this is a good direction that Bungie is going. Like with all the Braid Tech weapons and with all the Escalation Protocol weapons, they're desirable weapons with perks that no other weapons have in combination with each other. So these are good weapons that you have a reason to grind for. Now let's talk about the exotic masterworks. Honestly, they're amazing. They give you more stuff to grind for, and they're fun to use once you're done with the grind. And they're just more complete. That's more completionist thing for you to do. And some of these perks are amazing, like the Merciless plus 40 stability and plus 40 range. That is deadly. And with Sleeper Simulant, with that increase in charge up speed, that is a deadly weapon we're looking at right here. It's absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about the PvP side of things. They gave a lot of exotics buffs and stuff, and it made our power level made exotics feel more exotic, and it made some exotics like the Vigilance Wing and the Graviton Lance really, really overpowered in Crucible. And just general buffs to all kinds of weapons in the Crucible just made the kill time closer and closer to that Destiny 1 really fast kill time. Personally, I don't really enjoy the Crucible because I'm bad, and it's not my type of thing, but for people who like the faster killing time, that this is going to be great. For people who don't like the faster killing time and like more teamfire, this is not good. And I guess the PvP thing is really a hard thing to balance because there's not really a general direction that everyone wants to go. Everyone has their different preferences according to PvP and things. So I'm just going to leave that to that. Now I like how they step back on the microtransaction a little. They press the brake on that a little, and I feel like they're at a pretty good spot right now. They feel like the bright engrams feel like they're obtainable, and they don't feel like they're really ripping you off that much. And I don't really ever need to feel the need to buy it. So I think they're at a good place with that. The only problem is that, I know this is a controversial topic, but the Salute the Iron Lord emote, people have been saying, oh man, this emote, you need to pay $10 for it. You know, I don't have that many problems. This is a good thing. I mean, it's not really a good thing, but it's okay. I mean, Fortnite adds all these skins and emotes for a lot of money, and people buy them and they don't complain about them. So I don't see why this should be a complaint. People only spend money if they are enjoying the experience. And personally, I'm kind of enjoying the experience. So, you know, I did buy this emote, but yeah. You don't have to buy it. It's not forcing you to buy it. It doesn't give you any advantages PvP wise. So now is one of the best things about Destiny that Destiny always gets right: the raid. Oh yes, the raid. The raid is amazing. This is the challenging raid, and it's a fun raid, and it's a raid that it's possible to finish, but it's so challenging, and there needs to be so much coordination that it's just so fun. The only problem is the raid armor. It's kind of a reskin of the Eater's armor, but well, that's okay. Now I like the theme of the Leviathan, but I feel like that 3 raids set in the same place just isn't really. It isn't really something that is that. How do I say this? Refreshing. I mean, all of us were kind of getting tired of the Leviathan now. Now the raids are still cool. We love them, but maybe visit the depths of Hive in a Hive throne world again, or do a raid on Earth deep in the depths of some kind of Siva bunker. Like, look at all these raids in Destiny 1. You go deep in the Vault of Glass, and that's a unique Vex theme. And then for the Crota's throne world, I mean, look at this set piece. And then for King's Fall, that's I say that's pretty amazing. That's pretty grand. And then look at the Wrath of the Machines. These are really unique and cool settings each time that we get to explore, rather than just one place. I mean, I get it. We never got really a Cabal raid ever, so maybe Bungie's like trying to patch in that hole of that desire of us wanting a Cabal raid. But I think it's enough Cabal raids for now. put in more of that high-tech Vex raids, throw a few of those lore-heavy Hive raids in, and then maybe some Fallen raids that will expand on their faction and their ways more. Now, Destiny still has a long way to go to become the legend that it was in Destiny 1. And these are all baby steps, and hopefully the September update that Bungie will put out will fix a lot of these issues. And, you know, even though this game isn't at its best, this game was a game that we all enjoyed the most, and we rather played this game more than any other game in the world. This is the game that we all had the best experiences in, and I think we should just put a little bit more faith in Bungie. If they're going the wrong direction, criticize them, and if they're going the right direction, praise them. And I really hope this September update will fix a lot of things. Like, for example, one of the things is that the random rolls. We don't like... The community shows that we don't like these stagnant rolls, because random rolls is fun. There's more of a grind to it. You can grind random rolls to get the best roll possible on a gun, and then you can grind power level. And that best roll possible on a gun, and once you get it, it's so rewarding. And there's just not that reward, that burst of reward of value in Destiny 2 right now. For example, like with all the RNG drops, I did a stream to hopefully farm for the Matador 64, and once I got it, I mean, I got the Party Crasher, but nevertheless, my reaction was priceless. Roll it.
Oh my god! Point Vector! Oh my god! It worked! Look at this shit in here! No.
Warmind is a good step towards the right direction, but there's still a lot of things to fix. And I hope Bungie can fix them. Anyways, that's going to be me for now, and I'll see you guys next time.